India, that is Bharat, our dear country, is created by the Constitution. The country doesn't exist without our Constitution. And the person responsible for protecting the Constitution is the Honorable President of India. The people, the great people who sat in the Constitution assemblies, who prepared the Constitution, created that post of president, keeping in mind that the regular politicians can go astray and do a lot of wrong things. World over, politicians have done horrible things. India also has a past record of violation of our Constitution, of all fundamental rights. Those were the dark days of emergency. The tall leader Indira Gandhi took all powers to her hands and took away our rights, our fundamental rights, and our rights to seek justice. Governments also have violated the principles of justice and misutilized the judges, and people don't get a fair justice. If there is no justice, why should the country exist? We all want justice, everyone loves justice, and at the highest level, to ensure that everyone gets justice, we have created the post of president. Whenever there is a failure, the citizens, political leaders approach the president to ensure that our judges behave as they are supposed to. Similarly, there are instances where the political bosses at the union level dissolve elected assemblies in the states and declare president's rule, and subsequently such president's rule has been declared null and void or illegal by our courts. Hence, India needs a person as the president who will not just surrender to the political bosses at the union level, but use his or her mind, ethical norms to protect the Constitution, to protect the federal structure. If the state governments are dismissed, then the federal structure is dismissed. Again, quite often we have seen that the union government misutilizes the large institutions like CBI, like IB, or uh, even ED or Narcotics Bureau to harass opponents. In such cases, who will give justice to people? As per the Constitution, it is the President. So we need a President who can stand up and say and order the institutions to work as per the norms, not as per the whims of the political bosses. And we know how CBI and ED are being used to harass activists and political opponents. Similarly, government at the union level has also misutilized agencies and entered into the private lives of the citizens, like use of the Pegasus malware. When the union government does it and the forces, military or paramilitary forces implement it, who will protect the citizens? It is the President of India. We know government has implanted malware and also manipulated data into the computers of activists and put them in the jail. What did our present President do? Nothing. So we need a person as the President who will stand up and say, don't do injustice to my people and protect their privacy and protect their rights. Similarly, minorities and even people from SC communities were harassed and are being harassed in some pockets of India. When the government machinery at the state level or union level is involved in such nefarious activities, who will protect the common man? Who will protect the marginalized communities? It is the President. We need a President who can stand up and stand up with the people. Another big issue is nowadays we see many military heads surrendering to the political bosses under pressure. They are saying things which they are not supposed to. But they do it. And it creates a lot of problem within the military. When the top commanders lose the confidence of the rank and file, then it could lead to disasters. In such situations, it is the President who has a large secretariat, who has access to all the information, can protect the independence of our military heads. And we expect it from the president. We have also seen that many unscrupulous elements have been appointed as judges. The judges have sat on their own cases. In such cases, the president can do some independent scrutiny, can question the recommendations of the government or of the judges' committees. So we need a president who can stand up to protect our rights, to protect our dignity, to protect our privacy, to protect the judiciary system, and to protect the federal structure, and finally to protect our dear constitution. Just putting a good person in the post or in the job will go against the constitutional spirit. This nation spends a lot of money in maintaining this high office called President of India. Hence, the citizens expect appropriate action. If the president becomes a rubber stamp dignitary, then a time will come when we, this sovereign, will question the post itself. And when the post is questioned, the balance is lost. The union government can do, or the leaders in the union government can do anything. We have seen a bit of past, and from that, we all expect a president who can stand up. How do you know who someone can stand up? It's the history. When they appoint a person in a company or in a research institution or a judge, we see their past track record, how they have behaved, what is their personality, and from that we can conclude that who is appropriate and who is not inappropriate. Just a good person in the post will make the post redundant.